So the membership meeting for July the 15th, 2026 has begun. We do have a quorum in present and we have one member online. I just wanted to start talking about, and all executive board members are present and the financial report will be available at the next meeting minutes. And we also have, because this is going to be recorded for rebroadcast, the in-person reading of the things will have all those records available upon request or anything of that nature. But I just want to say I'm Johnny Jones, your local 1040 president, and we're going to start talking about some of the issues that we have ongoing. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is a summer incentive. I know a lot of people have had questions about it. So if you think you're going to be eligible, first of all, you have to be at work every single day. Your schedule shifts and you need to not be tardy or anything of that nature. So that's going to impede you. And then of course you have to work a 4-hour overtime shift in the same period of time. So those two things are going to be difficult. But if you find yourself in a position where you feel like you will be eligible or should have been eligible, and management says you're not, then we can always go back and review it and see exactly what the problem is. So as we get closer to the end of the reward program, it's going to be important for the members to stay on top of that. Another thing we're talking about is the shift bids are coming up. So if you're interested in being on any of the committees that we have coming up, like the shift bid or scheduling committee, also we have the health, safety, and wellness committee at the airport. We have about 20 new volunteers. I want to say congratulations to those members. They're going to be CDSOs. They're going to be trained on workman's comp. They're going to be trained on how to conduct safety inspections and overall to help the workforce be safer at the airports. and these officers are going to get paid from TSA to do these trainings, and also they will be beneficial for all the members as we get an on-the-job injury. Not only does the union have resources outside of the agency, but you'll have some good resources inside of the agency. So hopefully that'll help address some of the issues that we face. The local will be attending the training out in August, the first week of August, for some additional workman's comp training and other trainings required to take, like financial officer training. We'll be doing that, and then we also are going to have we're going to be looking for some more representatives, some stewards down the road, and we also have some stewards coming in, transferring from other airports. So it's going to be good for us. We're going to have some highly trained, skilled representatives to help out the membership. The next thing that we have on the agenda items is let's talk about the privatization efforts. Most people are concerned about privatization. Right now, it's taking a low keel. That's because the budgets have not been completed, and there's a lot of red tape that has to be constructed as you go through those things. So the union is on top of it. We've been meeting with the congressional leadership, and it's the same thing we're doing now with the AWOLs. Like if you had an AWOL, we're also sending these things to congressional staffers to try to resolve these issues congressionally through a budget process where they're going to go back and force the agencies to pay all the employees that were given AWOL, even though they may not be agreeing to it. It just takes a long time. These processes take some time. But if we have, I know that maybe Chris might want to say a few things about some of the scheduling issues at DFW, and I will pass it on over to Chris here in just a second. Yeah, Chris is on his way over here to talk about some of the scheduling issues here at DFW and what's going to be happening. Also, if you're a person who is an OJT coach and mentor, there's going to be a lot of new hires en route coming. So just be on the lookout for those opportunities for DFOs. To be a OJT coach and to help you with becoming a model officer, because some of those components you're going to need so you can actually do that. So Yeah, so Chris is going to be providing some updates about the dual function officers at DFW and some of the other issues in regards to the scheduling. So, and we'll let.
Anything else?
Here you go. It's already live. So
Here.
here you go. So just go over there and it's live. So it's recorded up.
What point?
Just go ahead and start talking. We're good. You can sit down. It's all right. Just don't have to be loud. Just throw. There you go. Don't have- Just talk to them.
And then, okay. All right, folks, how you doing? This is Chris. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of information about what's coming up for the fall shift bid. We had our first meeting with Devin last week. He basically just went through a bunch of numbers. There wasn't anything concrete as far as shift bid lines or locations. He did show us all the locations and what the projected numbers of officers are going to be for those locations. And I can tell you, because he told us that due to the staffing shortages that we have, and also because technically they consider us to be overstaffed still, that all locations except for the locations in Terminal D, that's baggage and passenger, will have less bid lines available this time, less officers than the previous bid. Now, with that said, we're mandated by headquarters to try to stay somewhere around a 60% to 40% ratio of male officers to female officers. From the numbers he was showing us, we're right at about 64-36, probably closer to 65-35 men to women. So what is going to happen is next Monday, there will be a new hire class. We've got an exemption from headquarters. It's going to be nothing but females. And more than likely, there'll be another class, maybe a week or two after that, to fill in a few more, because what they're looking for is about 30 to 40 females to try to bring that ratio up, especially on the passenger side. Well, that's where they'll go. It's a passenger side because some checkpoints are down to 1 or 2 some days. So anyway, that's what's coming up. The biggest thing, which a lot of people might have already heard about, is the dual function officers. This time, they're not going to be bidding on passenger lines with a day or two of baggage available. This time, they're all going to be dual function officer lines, dedicated lines. They'll bid based on their seniority of EOD date for leads and TSOs. Supervisors, the DFO supervisors will still bid the same way they do, but just on DFO lines as well. We're supposed to have 250 baggage officers at DFW. We have roughly 220 something right now, according to Devin. So what they're going to do is the remaining baggage spots will be filled by DFOs during this DFO only bid. And your initial bid location and bid time will be a baggage location. Now, of course, you'll still be subject to being brought upstairs at certain points in times or assigned one day on the checkpoint to keep your certifications, but there will be somewhere in the range of 25, I'd say, baggage originating locations that you can bid on. The rest will be passenger checkpoints that you'll bid on, and then you'll also be allocated a day or two or several hours a week or whatever it is to go down to baggage to work down there, and also to keep that certification. As of right now, TSA's outlook is that there never will be anybody who's DFO convert straight to baggage. There will be no more straight baggage people, as the people who are baggage only certified go out through natural attrition, retirement, or what have you. They will be backfilled with DFO. So the DFO opportunity will be pretty much open all the time now. So if there's somebody in pasture that wants to volunteer to be a DFO, they'll have an opportunity to do so. So, I mean, the good side is that's gives more flexibility to the agency and more flexibility to management to move people back and forth. But the bad side is, as most people know, we'll get moved back and forth a lot if you're one of those DFOs. So, but that's coming. Tomorrow is our second meeting with Devin, where he should show us some concrete bid lines and give us a little bit more information. So we'll be sure to make a video and convey that to you guys on our Facebook page, and as we walk around the terminals. So if you guys have any questions, just you can email them to us. or you can text us, or you can send us messages or on Facebook, whatever. If you can think of anything you want us to ask for tomorrow's meeting, go ahead and do that. And I'll let you know when I find something out. All right. I'm going to turn it over to Blake from Low Field.
Hi, everyone. Just keep in mind, if you get AWOLs for anything, please come and talk to your union representatives. That way we can help you as soon as possible. The more time you allow us to help you, the easier it will be to represent you and get the facts straight for your case and help you try to get that removed. So please keep that in mind. Please make sure as well that if you are out on leave, please either submit your leave on ETOS or please submit your leave on ETOS, and please make sure that any and all documentation that you do have for that leave, keep it in case you need it at any point. So if you call out because you have car issues, keep the receipt for the car issues. If you are out because you were sick, you can still self-certify for 3 days. But if you go to a doctor and get checked out, or you go pick up medication, go ahead and keep that. That way there is evidence of you being out. Any little thing can help your case, so please keep that in mind.
I'm pretty sure being verified.
Well, yeah, but we're still gonna be having these committee meetings and all that stuff. So I want to say thanks for everybody. We're kind of like doing an abbreviated version because everybody just wants to ask some questions and stuff. But anybody online, like I said, do you have any questions or anything?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So with the projection of the bid lines, I know there's a time frame in which you're able to submit your request to go full-time to part-time. And I believe that date is July 25th. A question was brought up on whether or not, once you submit that request, you must go and convert now versus waiting until the actual new bid. So I wanted clarification on that for someone.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so when you go into the you have to submit your request because they're going to change you in the seniority list, like where you're going to be allowed to bid. So you do have to do that in advance, and then they'll send you a confirmation saying, "Hey, you're going to go to this part time or full time at this date."
Right, but that can happen after the bid. Does it have to happen before the bid?
Yes, they normally
Yes.
don't. They won't do it. They won't exercise any of that until after the bid process is complete.
Okay, and that was my confusion because I thought they was told that they had to convert from part-time to full-time now before
they
the
normally-
actual bid.
Yeah, you normally would because they have the conversion process window open. Now, if they don't, if the officer opts not to do it now, then they'd have to wait until the next window because you just can't do it anytime.
Yeah, and that's what
That-
I'm saying. If I put in my request in writing before the 25th deadline stating that I want it to be effective for the next bid, so my seniority count, is that not possible?
I don't think so because you'll be bidding with the part timers on the part time schedules.
Okay, and that's what I thought the request was for, to make sure that your seniority is counted for the next bid, not changing my schedule like next pay period.
Yeah, they won't change it until the next bid. I'm sorry, I just make sure. It won't
Right.
change until the next bid. But
Okay, but you're able to submit that request now. Let's say if I'm part-time
yeah, it
today,
won't
but I
change
want to
until
go
the next bid.
full-time
Yeah,
next bid.
right.
Okay, that
That's
was the
correct. Yeah.
clarification I was looking for. Okay,
No, no
Uh,
problem. I was like, yeah, it won't change until then, but like you have to submit it now, but you'll have to
in order
bid.
for us to go
for the-
full-time.
Yes, or if you're going to go part time to full time or vice versa.
Now, did he give clarification on what the 6 hours going from part-time to 30 hours gonna look like, as far as 10-hour shifts or 6 hours and a half each day?
So you're going to go.
So my
20
understanding is that part-time is gonna be increased to 30 hours coming next bid. Now, I know
I
you're
haven't seen
having a
this.
meeting. I'm sorry?
I haven't seen that, but we can ask.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was
Chris,
stated that the
have
part-timers
you
was
heard that
gonna go
the
30 hours.
part-time is going to 30 hours? Okay, they're going to 5/6s? Not all. Oh, okay. He doesn't, it's gonna, according to Chris, Devin's thinking that it would be some people with lower seniority may not get the full 30 hours.
Oh, so it's gonna be a mixture of 25 currently and then increase to 30?
Yeah, that's the deal. But some people may not make the 30, but Devin, like, I don't want to specify, I mean, I can't speak to it because I haven't seen it,
Okay,
but I'm assuming that the end result that we're gonna push for is for everybody to be able to do 30.
okay. Yeah, so that was just the question, if you're meeting with Devin tomorrow to find out what that 30-hour shift is gonna look like, whether it's gonna be 3/10s or you're gonna be
It'll be
expected to do the
5/6s.
6.5
It'll be
hours,
5/6s. It'll be 5/6s.
five
Hey, Chris,
sixes. But
5/6s or 3/10s? They didn't say, but I'm assuming based on the way these characters. We'll find out
Right,
tomorrow.
right. And that was why I wanted to bring that up because, it's don't feel like
Settle.
part-time if you're there 6.5 hours, because at that point you were forced to take a lunch, correct?
Yeah, can you text Chris? Text Chris some questions. And you can
Okay.
ask. You got his digits?
I don't think I have Chris's number, but I'll look at my phone.
I got it. If you don't, I'll text it to you. Okay?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'll send it to you in a minute.
Alrighty,
Hey, no problem. Hey, it's good questions though,
all right.
It's always good. And we'll get that taken care of. Well, look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the recording part of the meeting, and we'll stay here at the restaurant to answer questions. But I just want to say thanks for Ms. Thompson for being on and listening in and asking some good questions because the shift bids are so important. It's like tell people it's like the most important part about a union is making sure you have the right to bid. When bid, based on seniority, because when we first started, it wasn't really like that.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I want to make it to the restaurant, but it's like a 45-minute drive for me coming from my house.
I feel you. Hey, look, at the end of the day, we're gonna start rotating the days. It's just we've been kind of till we have a bylaws update, another bylaws update. We're just trying to stay within the range because of the administration is attacking unions in all different ways or forms. So.
Absolutely. I understand, but it's just always on my day off and I don't want to drive down for no reason, Well, it's a reason, but spending
No, I
gas.
got it. I got it. Hey, they're called money. They're called money. So we got it.
All right. You guys enjoy your evening.
All right, thanks. Hey, thanks for getting on.
You're
We'll
welcome.
see you.
Okay.
We're gonna make it. We'll probably move it to Thursday next time.
All righty.
All right. All right, bye.
Bye.